everything fresh, save money, and recycle your plastic bottles. So that's how to make a simple, reusable storage container to keep everything fresh, save money, and recycle your plastic bottles.
Right there, as you know. Okay, so that's how to. Now, here we go. Guess the missing words. You're not expected to get this correct. Just try. Guess the missing words in Emma's review. Then listen and check your answers. As you you don't need a lot of materials, and the steps only take a few minutes. Just the few key points I mentioned, and you'll have no trouble. As you you don't need a lot of materials, and the steps only take a few minutes. Just the few key points I mentioned, and you'll have no trouble. Let's have a listen.
As you saw, you don't need a lot of materials, and the 6 steps only take a few minutes. Just keep in mind the few key points I mentioned, and you'll have no trouble.
Okay, so as you saw, you don't need a lot of materials, and the 6 steps only takes a few minutes. Just keep in mind the few key points I mentioned, and you'll have no trouble. Have a practice with that, please. And there it is. We've got the call to action. You must do a call to action. It's one of the aims. And can you remember her call to action? I did it for yourself at home and stop buying all those resealable bags. Can you remember it? If you can, write it in. If you can't, let's have a listen.
I encourage you to try it for yourself at home and stop buying all those resealable bags. Thank you.
So I encourage you to try it at home for yourself and stop buying those resealable bags. I encourage you to try it for yourself at home and stop buying all these resealable bags. That is a call to action. You're asking the audience to do something. Okay, so it's got some practice. These are your demonstration conclusions. So the signals, so that's how to. So now you have a simple way to. So now you know how to. So now you can, and you review as you saw, as I showed you, as I demonstrated. And the closers, I'll hope you'll try it yourself or I encourage you to try it yourself the next time you knit, and you can mix these up absolutely fine. Okay, so here we go. Very important, the gestures for actions. And when you demonstrate how to do or make something, you can help the audience follow your instructions by using appropriate gestures to highlight the steps. And some of you are amazing at gestures, but you're all good, all of you. Look at the pictures. What do you think the demonstration topics are? Okay, so what are they demonstrating here? And this one's quite easy, and this one's quite easy. This one's a little more difficult. Okay, stir the mixture for 3 minutes, wrap it around itself. Keep looking down at the ball. Pinch the corners together, fold it in half, draw a very small circle. Okay? What are they demonstrating? What do you think? Okay, so here we go. F is draw a very small circle. B, wrap it around itself. And C, keep looking down at the ball. Okay, they are the places where you would make them gestures. Okay, and which ones are these? Okay, so Somebody is cooking, somebody is folding paper, and somebody is tying something at the end. Okay? So, as you know, F, B, and C have gone. So, one of these is A, one is D, one is E. Stir the mixture for 3 minutes, or pinch the corners together, or E, fold it in half. Which ones? A, obviously, stir the mixture for 3 minutes, fold it in half is E, and then your D, pinch the corners together. Okay, this is the last thing today, please. Just gestures for actions. Look at the instructions below and think how you're going to make clear gestures. Okay, so cut it into 4 equal sections. Put it in the case and close the lid. Draw a small square in the middle. Turn the wheel 3 times clockwise. Chop the onion into very small pieces. Lift your right leg, not your left leg. Screw the top on very tight. Touch the pad with 2 fingers, then bring them together. Fold it in half from top to bottom and spread the mustard on the bread. Please have a practice showing how you would do these gestures. So quickly, checking understanding. When an instruction is a little complicated or confusing, it's a good idea to pause after one step and make sure that the audience understands before you go on to the next step. And you can then repeat any instruction that isn't clear. And I want you to listen to Emma's instruction. How does she check the audience's understanding? And please check the expression that she uses. Okay, does she say, are there any questions? Does anyone want me to repeat that step? Is that part clear? And would you like to see that again? Okay, have a listen. What is the way that Emma checks the instruction? Then we'll listen to Ben. Okay?
Okay, now, twist the top of the open food bag and push it through the section of the bottle so that it comes out the top. Make sure you have about 5 or 6 centimeters of the bag above the section of the bottle. About this much, see? Is that part clear?
Okay, so as you know, she uses is that part clear, as you're about to see. Right, the last one, listen to part of Ben's demonstration on page 59. Please go back. I put this PPT on the top portal about making a heart-shaped egg. How does he check the audience understands? Write the expression you hear. Okay, so you're going to hear Ben. After that, lay the chopstick on the top of the egg and press down gently. Be careful not to press down too hard or the egg will break. Now use the rubber bands and tie each end of the chopsticks and the carton together to hold the egg inside C. Have a listen, please.
After that, lay the chopstick on the top of the egg. Press down gently. Be careful not to press down too hard or the egg will break. Now, use the rubber bands and tie each end of the chopstick and carton together to hold the egg inside. See? Are there any questions?
Okay, and as you know, Ben asks, are there any questions? Okay, so I'm going to end it there. Next week we will finish this unit and then we're going to move on to Unit 6, which is basically your favourite movie. And your final exam is your favourite movie. Okay? So thank you very much everybody. See you next week. Thank you.